today we're going to be talking about rounding and estimating. So, I feel like a lot of y'all were a little confused on the difference between rounding and front-end estimation. Okay, so rounding, we use that jingle we talked about yesterday. 4 or less, let it rest. That means it stays the same. 5 or more, increase a score. I also like to say 5 or more, add 1 more. Because that's what you're doing. You're just adding 1 more to the place value. When you let it rest, you don't do anything. You just leave it the same. Definitely don't take away 1. Sometimes that's a temptation since you're adding 1. You want to take away 1 when you round down. No, when you round down, it stays the same. You only add if you're rounding up. So we have 2 numbers here, 2,376, and we want to round, let's say we'll round this one to the nearest hundreds. So if you're rounding to the nearest hundreds, what you do is you underline the place value you're rounding to, and then you circle the digit to the right, because the digit to the right is what you use the jingle for. It's going to tell you whether you leave it the same, let it rest, or you increase the score. So let's see, it's number 7. 7 is greater than 5. It's 5 or more, so we increase the score. So we increase the score of the 3. So everything to the right of the underlined number becomes zeros, and everything to the left stays exactly the same. So this number rounds to 2,400, okay? Now for the next one, let's round to the thousands place. So we're going to underline the 4, because that's what we're rounding to. We look to the digit to the right. You circle it. Now, the 9 shows you that it's greater than 5, so you add 1 more. So this becomes 5,000. Okay? So that's rounding. You use the jingle and you try to find which place value it's closer to. So you can often think about rounding on a number line. Okay? So let's say 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, and we have the number 23. Okay, so 21, 22, 23. Now 23 is much closer to 20 than it is to 30, right? It's only 3 away from 20, where it's 7 away from 30. So it would round to 20, it's much closer. But if you had the number, let's say 29, right here, 29. Now 29 is only 1 away from 30, but it's 9 away from 20. So you'd round to 30, it's much closer to 30. We can do the same thing for numbers in the tens place, the hundreds place, the thousands place. So rounding 4,932 look like this, 4,000, and you would count by hundreds. Okay, so 4,100, 4,100, 4,200, 4,300, 4,400, 4,500 is directly in between 5,000 and 4,000. Oops. All right, 4,932, well, it would fall somewhere, and here's 4,900. It would be about right there, 4,932. Now look how close it is to 5,000. It is 932 away from 4,000. So which thousands is it closer to? It's closer to 5,000, okay? So rounding, you can use the number line. Rounding is actually the more difficult of the two. You have to follow the rules and figure out what you're rounding to and figure out which one you round to, whereas front-end estimation, all you have to do is look at the leading digit and then put zeros behind it. So for example, we have the number 2,376, circle 2,000, add zeros. It's just 2,000. The number 4,932, circle the 4. Doesn't matter that this would round to 5,000. We don't look at that. We're not rounding, we're estimating, okay? You see 2,376, all right, I see a 2 there in the thousands place, make it 2,000. I see a 4 there in the thousands place, make it 4,000. And we use front-end estimation a lot of times when we want to add or subtract. So 2,000 plus, we want to add these, 2,000 plus 4,000 is 6,000. So if you were kind of just trying to get an estimate, you didn't need an exact answer, you're just trying to get an estimate, you can say, what is 2,376 plus 4,932? Well, it's going to be about 6,000, okay? So that would be your front end estimation.